Hey folks, I'm Josh Viel.
I'm Randy Johnson.
And I'm Shamus Young.
And
we are riding, are we allowed to use the E word again?
No. No,
we're riding
not. No, I'm putting a ban on that word right now.
That
a vertical
a
transport
flat
device.
surface across a vertical tunnel for the purposes of rapid transit.
And then here's another Mako. Mysteriously left for us
more
inside
common
of a
than
garage.
mushrooms in Super Mario.
Yeah, I'm not fighting these guys.
Yeah, when do we get the Fire Flower Mako?
Oh, that's a terrible time for a loading screen. I just hit the jump.
Gotta love these weird highways. It's only been a few days. I'm sure the Geth are taking their time.
Do a barrel roll. Come on, Mako. Mako, we're dead. You're making us dead, Mako.
Get out and
You can huff it on foot. Isn't it supposed to flip over if you're not, like, moving it? So, we know who else besides Caden is gonna die.
Everyone that's in this Mako when I drive off the cliff?
No, we are gonna kill the Mako. We are gonna murder that thing. Drive it into a wall.
So...
Like, I vote that next time we go for a ride in the Mako, we bring, like, a whole bunch of cinder blocks with us, or anything to weight this sucker down.
What do we have down
I
here?
like... You heard Rex, forget them.
We need to find the Geth.
Rex can bite me.
That's close enough.
Relax, John.
This is one of the parts in the game, in my Paragon game, where I actually went Renegade anyway, because there is somebody here who just... This guy.
Down unless you're ready to use
He loves the taste of bullets.
He only cares about the company.
We trust you easily, Juliana.
I'm just glad to see a friendly face.
He's also
I'm
impossible to
legally
talk
hands-off
down.
on this planet.
Bidan and some of the members of Zoo's Hope are still alive.
Oh, you can, how does this work? Do you have to shoot him, or can if you do Paragon?
No, you can-
when we
you
come
can
back,
convince
we have that choice.
That's
but you
right.
have to have your charmer intimidated like 12, like max, to be able to talk him out of it.
But I didn't want, I was so pissed when I talked him out of it in one game, because I was looking forward to, you know,
Those headquarters are private property.
feeding him a bullet.
The Geth and nothing else.
So you're pissed that you
I'm not
succeeded
interested in
at a
company
persuade
secrets.
option instead
Yes.
of
Before
doing
you go,
what you wanted to.
my daughter, Lisbeth, she's missing.
Like, he is such a jerk here. He just,
You do a
like,
proper account
he
for
is
after the
a
Geth.
renegade.
That's my daughter. You're
Like,
talking
and a
about.
weasel.
She's still
Like, he's a
alive.
cowardly renegade. He's, like, willing to sacrifice
Where
his
is your
people
daughter, Julia?
in front of
She was
them.
working in the exogenic
He's
building
saying how he's
Makos
willing to
came.
sacrifice them just to save the company
Oh,
some
yeah,
money.
There were several places you could
Yeah, to save the company's stuff. It's like,
Stay bunkered
they're
down
using
and
it as a
with the
Geth
after hours.
base, dude.
Of course.
You'll be lucky if you can ever even walk into that building again.
When the building is burning down, it's time to stop the talk about trying to build value for shareholders and just try to not catch on fire yourself.
So remember when you were talking about how you loved the Mako?
I love the Mako when I'm good at it.
I think that
you
was
could
my
say I've
problem.
been
I was
neglecting my
never good
Mako
at
skills.
it. I was never good at it. I didn't know that it was a thing you could be good at. This experience that you're having now, this was like the whole game for me. Is me just driving this hot air balloon with a cannon attached to it. This floaty, bouncy thing. Wow, you're good at picking those guys off. Although, I was playing on the console, so I couldn't aim for crap. Because my thumbstick skills are horrifyingly bad.
I still can't believe you got it for the 360.
Partly because of the DRM and...
I know we've had this
not up to
conversation
it.
before, like on a video, but I just, why would you do that?
I know. Well, it barely works on the PC.
That's true.
I guess we'll leave our vehicle behind now.
Drive. Get out here where I can see you, please. Oh, that didn't work.
Please put your head out where we can shoot it. Wow, you ninja'd your way into that one.
That's probably not a bad thing. That couldn't ever, happen to come back and kiss us in the ass later.
Oh, that's a lot of grenade
Kick
mods.
us if I don't screw up what I'm saying.
No, leave it there and don't... Oh, I didn't see that coming.
I like how that explosion did nothing.
Like, why wouldn't you stuff... It's a Geth. It's like, why wouldn't you tuck a grenade into it and set it off just in case?
How the fuck is it gonna, get out of there? It can't go through the door.
How did it get in there? Oh, well,
Well,
it was all
I'm-
folded up, so... I guess
Yeah, it was all
other
folded
Geth
up, so I
carried it
guess,
in there.
Yeah, and they just left it there because they thought that would be cool.
Some Geth were like, where are we gonna put Bob? He's, like, really heavy and I'm tired of carrying him. Let's put him in this
Like a-
side room and then lock him in for no reason so that he can guard this container.
It's like a Geth practical joke. They knock the guy out, and then they fold him up and drag him into a room that he can't fit out of.
Why is this a one-way drop? I feel strongly that even my semi-weak self could crawl out of this.
It's a one-way
put
drop.
2 feet up against these
You
walls.
can't
I'm a
climb
middle-aged asthmatic with a bad back, and I promise you, I could, using no special tools, escape this. If I was a space spy from space, I'll bet I could do even better.
If only we had
Dude,
MacGyver
I
with
have
us. He'd be able to
Rex.
find a way out.
I'm not a dwarf. I don't mind getting tossed. Rex could just throw me back up there. I really wouldn't care.
Damn it!
Did she just shoot Rex? I think she did.
I'm so sorry.
Rex's cloud
Oh,
armor
you're-
protected him.
Or one of those Baron.
I really like this character
Who
and
are
her
you?
story.
What are you doing in here?
It's my own fault. Everyone else was running, and I stayed to back up data. Next thing I knew...
And when I say I
Geth-
like her, that doesn't mean I don't expect you to just be completely
I
rude
was
to her,
trapped.
because that's your
I tried to
thing.
get out, but the way was blocked.
I wouldn't take that away
I'll
from
fight
you,
my way
Randy.
through the Geth soon enough.
It's not the
I gotta be
Geth,
mean to
it's the
people
heavy
somewhere.
shield they put up.
Oh, I thought we
They
were
don't
like
want
the
anyone
evil
else
Captain
having
Kirk,
access
mean to anyone but
I'm here for the Geth.
chicks.
If you know something, tell me.
I don't know for certain, but I'm guessing they're here for the Thorian.
Nothing personal, lady,
What
but
is
we
that
need the
exactly?
intimidate points.
It's an indigenous life form. Exogeny was studying it.
I need more information. I need to know why the Geth are after this Thorian.
I might be able to, but not with those Geth crawling around everywhere. Look, we need to get out of here, past that
You
field.
can't tell
Any
us about it
suggestions?
No.
at
not
all.
exactly. But I think the Geth ship is powering it.
Wow, that was like the only
noticed the Geth
sarcastic
power
line
cables
that I've
everywhere.
ever heard the
You can
male
follow those
shepherd
cables,
say.
but there's Geth all over the place.
All right, I'll look into it. Stay put until the
For our
field is
next
down.
playthrough, we should
You don't
switch
have to tell
him
me
to a
twice.
female.
I'll just find a small.
Can
hole
you
to
do
hide
that
in
on a
and feel
subsequent
safe.
playthrough? Yeah, you can change
No.
anything
Here,
except
take
your
my
You
name.
can?
You
This should
can.
get you past any locked
Yes,
doors.
importing a save, you can change
Good
your
luck with
gender,
that
I
Viel.
believe. Okay, I haven't done it myself. I saw someone.
Wait,
comment
we're
that you
talking
could do
about
that.
Mass Effect 2?
Yeah.
Well, you can't change your class, so I don't see why they let you change your gender.
Well, it's not like your class matters all that much anyway. Well, you can change all your looks. Remember, it gives you at the beginning of the game, it gives you the full, controls that you would get if you were a new character. All those face designer and stuff.
I don't know.
That face modeler that never looks right.
It'd be hilarious if we could do that.
Access encrypted file. No, I don't want to review protocol.
Use a mod to keep the male shepherd voice in the female shepherd's body.
Damn it! Tell me what I want or I'll blast your virtual ass. in
We
a
could just do what you did for that comic.
Please contact your supervisor for a level.
That comic was a Photoshop.
I know.
I-
We Photoshop every frame.
If there is nothing else,
All right.
please step aside. There is a queue forming.
Only take like an hour longer than normal.
Console.
Blasted computer.
No, we will not fix your computer.
Wow, he's just straight up gone. I love it when that happens.
Reminds all staff
So that fight was a lot
Well,
harder
for
when
a-
I did it last.
I know, I was just about to say, for a Krogan, he went down easily. He went down like a Solarian.
And that's just base level lift that did that.
What information was the last user?
Oh, I thought we had advanced lift.
Fetching data.
Nope, just
The
level
previous user
1.
was attempting to
1 point
access
in it.
details on the study of subject
Wow.
species 37, the Thorian.
I guess Krogans really hate floating.
I was unable to provide the previous user with any relevant data.
It's even more fun whenever you get them outside, because when you throw them, they just fly off into outer space.
37. All sensors monitoring the observation post at Zoo's Hope have been inactive for several cycles.
What does Zeus Hope have to do with the Thorian?
Species 37 is located within the substructure of the Zoo's Hope outpost.
Tell me everything you know about the Thorian.
The Thorian is a simple plant life form that exhibits a sentient behavior
Simple.
in common with other flora.
Simple.
Through dispersion and the eventual inhalation of
Yeah,
spores
he's
that can
calling the
affect
Thorian
control
simple.
other
If it was
organisms,
simple,
including
nobody
humans.
would want to
The
study
Zoo's
it.
Hope control group has yielded interesting results. Before sensors went offline, almost 85% of all test subjects were infected.
Exogeny knew all along what would happen to those people.
It was deemed necessary to assess the true potential of species 37.
I can't believe they let that happen to these people that I care nothing for, and I've been rude to ever since.
Joker. Come in, Joker. Damn it, that field's blocking us.
We've got to drop that shield and get back to the outpost.
Clearly, that
Yeah,
field is
tell me about
exactly
the
what
field
is
surrounding
stopping
the
us from
facility.
talking to Joker.
I have limited data on the Geth. that
Too
have
bad we can't
effectively
get over
blocked
that
all sensors within the facility. I
chest-high
have detected unusual
drop.
power fluctuations, but am unable to determine the source.
And go tell him.
We need to find that ship. Let's get moving.
Going to standby mode.
That's fine, you do that.
So this is the second planet where we've met a computer that had a expositional conversation with us. Is that true on all planets?
I don't think it happens on Vermeer. Oh wait, yes it does.
Yeah.
The Geth used these claws to
It didn't happen on
ships
Therum.
inside their buildings.
Although nothing really happened on
I
Therum.
like their docking style, but how do we cut the power if it's coming from the ship?
It will be difficult. We can check the other claws for weaknesses, but the Geth are very thorough.
Can't just like shoot the cords.
Have Rex go Hulk Hogan on it and rip him out, rip the cords. I Thank you for solving my Frogger problem. As a reward, oh look, our charm is now really, really open. Guess what isn't open at all?
Well, this is what you'd get for doing
Still.
side quests out of the goodness of your heart
Yeah.
and boredom.
But he's been a jerk to a lot of people, but I guess those renegade points are hard to come by.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! I'm on it.
So an interesting thing about the cold that I never knew before. When you use cold abilities on them, or cold ammo on them, they don't get a chance to respawn after they die.
So it stops the
I didn't
regeneration.
Once they go down the first time, they're done for good because they shatter into a million little pieces.
Even so, fire is still better.
Oh, rejected.
That was just me spamming the button
No.
there, really. On the outside, this had new armor for me. And now I match Rex. Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome. You know, that armor is still better than the armor you were just wearing. The armor you were wearing is my most hated armor in the game. I'd rather wear Ashley's pink armor than the one you were just wearing. I hate that armor so much.
This basically
feel
is
like a
Ashley's
cow.
pink armor, except orange instead of pink.
Yeah. But the other one, kind of with that cow splotchy pattern on it, just really bothers me.
So yeah, Conan, you feel like a space marine yet?
My armor is peach colored.
Same as before. We don't have the ordnance to blow this claw. Let's keep looking.
It's a shame we don't have a spaceship that could just come strafe this bad boy.
Well, we don't have any, like, way to contact him and tell him to stop jerking off and...
I know, because we're being blocked off from talking to him by a chest-high wall.
Damn you and your logic.
But no, if we want to drop this spaceship, we've got to do that puzzle. That same puzzle we've been doing since Mist. That add up all the numbers but don't go over a value.
That's only as old as Mist?
You know what? That's the first time I encountered it. You're right. I would be very surprised if that was its first incarnation.
It's in a lot of Bioware games, too. That was in, Coder 1, when you were, doing something in that underwater level with the terrible, like, super slow spacesuit movement.
Oh, that one. Well, that's the, fill a 5-gallon jug problem.
Which isn't
Which that was also in the
terribly different
second
from this
Die
one.
Hard. That was in the second Die Hard movie, which is the definitive version of that puzzle, where Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis argue about the solution of the puzzle while the clock is ticking on a bomb. And all puzzles in video games since then have just simply reminded me of that.
That's who needs to be in this game, Samuel L. Jackson.
And Bruce Willis together. One could be Commander Shepard and the other one could be Saren. Or one could be male shepherd and one female shepherd.
Yes. This is a good plan. You taking notes, Bioware?
It's been a little while since I did this puzzle.
It's just basic math.
Yeah, but I don't want to take the time to look at it and remember what the math problem was. I was just trying to go off of memory.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to stop the show while you go and work it out on some scratch paper. But
well, I'd like to think that I could do the adding problem.
oh,
in
I don't
my
even.
brain.
I don't even know what numbers. I can't read any of it from here. That is such a cool shot. I gotta give them credit. That is a pretty awesome moment and a pretty nice payoff for a puzzle.
This was my
Although it is kind of strange that the ship was hanging by those little tiny claws.
It is true.
I hope that ship was full of those Geth.
It's the equivalent of
we need to
hanging
get you
like
some Liberator armor.
a Nimitz-class carrier from a building with like 2 cranes.
And that, you know, it's a flying ship. They wouldn't have
What's
any
going on over there?
ability to turn on the engines and make it. I mean, these are robots with lightning-quick reflexes. They wouldn't be able to, like, stop from plummeting to the planet's
Gun them
surface.
down if you have to.
They were awed by Randy's stifling mathematical
Let's
intellect.
rid this place of those damn synthetics before we go.
Oh, you were about to get a crap ton of Renegade points. You were about to get all the Renegade points you could ever want.
Wait, what? I wasn't paying attention.
Well, he just told the people on the Normandy we're coming up to the Thorian-possessed people.
Oh, yes.
And you kill those guys, and that's... And he just gave Joker an order to, like... just massacre them. And Joker's like, oh, okay, well, we'll try and make them go away. Like, Joker was obviously shocked by your order.
We do need to go talk to Joker at some point.
Yeah. So your dad's Dr. Evil, huh? What's that one?
There you are. We should get out of
Suddenly,
here.
Lisbeth is standing in that doorway.
You said you didn't know about the Thorian. I don't like being lied to.
I was afraid. I wanted to stop the tests, but they threatened me.
She doesn't have any comments on our armor. It's like we went in there dressed one way and came out dressed a different way. And she doesn't even say, huh,
The power cut before I could send the message.
you're dressed completely differently
I
now.
never meant for this to happen.
Just tell me where I can find the Thorian.
You look like
No more
somebody,
lies.
you look like a Peach version of
The Thorian
Tron.
is underneath Zoo's Hope, but the entrance is blocked. The colonists covered it with the freighter just before the Geth attacked.
What bothers me is why the Geth were after the Thorian in the first place.
Well, it does have unique mind control capabilities. That's what Exogeny was interested in.
Normandy to shore party, come in.
What is it, Joker?
We're getting a lot of Geth comm chatter. Looks like they're headed your way.
You heard the man. Let's move out.
I wish my cod piece was black like
I might be able
Rex's.
to help. Undo the mess I helped create.
I'm pretty sure there's not room for 4 people in that car.
I'm pretty sure there's not room for 3 people in that car, especially if
And one of them
those
is
3
Rex.
is Rex. Like, Rex alone in that thing is probably about as much as it can carry. Worst vehicle ever. Like, a regular Hummer would be better than this thing.
I like to think that there's
A
a reason
motor
that you're always
scooter.
supposed to have a girl in the party when you use the Mako.
She has to sit in your lap. But considering the alignment of your character, you'd probably sit in hers. Oh, thanks, baby. That
Considering
really
the
takes
alignment
edge
of
off
my
those
character, I
bumps.
would probably sit in Rex's lap because I'm crazy like that.
I was just thinking having somebody under you would kind of take the edge off the bumps. Like that one. You know, that one kind of stung a little.
That was an awesome loading screen bump. We went up the bump and then loading screen.
Yeah, that one, we hit that loading screen so hard it knocked the Mako into the air.
Why did we do a front flip? What was that? That was me hitting the reverse button and it tipped up like that.
I remember a day when you were actually good at this.
Yeah, what
And
happened,
I was wowed by the fact that somebody could actually drive the Mako halfway decently. I'm glad to see that was a fluke.
See, I want him dead, so let's just go ahead and shoot him.
Yeah, I'll bet you Bioware will completely let you have the freedom to do that.
Also, now you're sneaking.
Let me think.
What's going on? You won't get
Look,
away with
get
this.
out the sniper rifle.
Wasn't she way in front of us?
Son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Lisbeth!
Damn it!
Ooh, excellent plan.
Come out where I can see you! All of you!
I look much more intimidating now than last time I talked to him.
I knew it was too much to hope the Geth would kill you. I found some
Because you
interesting
swapped the
facts
cow
about
print
the
for the
database.
peach print?
I know what you did during the Blitz, but you're
Like right here is where I would shoot him, but no, we've got to like wait for the
Not this time,
conversation.
John. You need to back down and let them go.
You don't understand. It's not that easy.
Wow, that was the most Paragon renegade choice ever.
You are such a jerk to just nice people, and you'll be like barking at them, and here you meet this awful guy who you're gonna wants to kill people, and you're like talking to him like you're trying to make him feel better.
The what?
It's a telepathic life form living under Zoo's hope. It's taking control of the colonists there. Exogeny knew all along.
You won't get away with this, Jong.
So you keep saying, but nobody's gonna miss a few colonists.
Oh.
No, these are the ones that like are require 12 in intimidate and charm.
Oh, but those are the options that'll make him stand down. This
Yes.
is actually what you want. Yes.
That was pretty cool.
As if we don't have enough problems.
I love how Tally threatened them with her Omni tool.
It's my fault. I knew what was going on, and I didn't.
Oh god, it's a Quarian with a machine.
Don't you start. You do good work, and you know it.
It's a quarry, and she's gonna like hack into my MP3
find out
player
why
and
the Geth
steal
are
all
after
my
the Thorian.
tunes.
The colonists won't let you near the Thorian.
Not
If they
Linkin
don't
Park.
first, they're under its control.
Anything that gets
She'll
between me and
hack
my
into
goal
my
is fair
MP3
game.
player and tell people I have Linkin Park on it.
I think there is. You could safely use a nerve agent to neutralize the colonists.
Like a gas grenade.
Why would we do
That
that?
sounds like
I'm
too
not
much
stopping
trouble.
to ask them to breathe deeply.
How can it hurt to try? Please, Commander. These are our friends.
I'm
It
not
won't give
doing
us
Negative.
renegade points.
At least take the grenades.
Not
so you
even
have the
willing to
option.
try. Like, if
I
you
look
take the
forward to selling
Paragon,
these grenades.
if you take the Paragon way, I forget, you get like 3 grenades total, and you have to be extremely careful with them to use them at
It's like
exactly the right
5.
moment.
And grenades in this
Yeah.
game are terrible and fickle, and
And
yeah,
they
I had to
act as
reload
a-
it about 12 times when I tried to get all of them on my last playthrough.
Right, and
I
what
did
you
it
need
the
to
first
do,
time that I played through Paragon.
yeah, for people who haven't played, these grenades will knock the people out that are being possessed by the evil alien. So if you want to save their lives, you've got to use these grenades perfectly. And 5 grenades feels like about 2 too few.
So
They
next
gave us
episode,
the high explosive grenades, right? That's the one they wanted me to use on them, because that's the ones I
Yeah.
just equipped.
Yeah, fragmentation.
that'll
grenades
convince
is what I
them to
think they wanted.
not shoot
I
you.
promise. Yeah, I promise they will stop shooting you if you use that.
Alright, so next episode we completely disregard all of the Paragon options and go raid a colony.
Why did we do a front flip? What was that?